Alright, so now we're going to go ahead, load this on board the C2 over there. Okay. Thank you. And please visit again. It's like, wait a second, where's my C2? Oh. This thing is being very bouncy. Alright, so yeah, rear end on this thing is terribly bad. You hit one little light and this thing just plop, pop, plop, plop, pop, plop. See? Why is my rear ramp not all the way down? What is this? Alright, guess it is. Guess the textures were just missing. Alright, so we're actually gonna go ahead and pull this up to right here. Yeah, do something I don't normally do, and that is mine and salvage. So, yeah. Oh, let's hit the crew quarters real quick. And obviously, as the captain, I believe my storage is down here. No, it's over here. That is a suit locker. Where's the storage on board? Yes, because these are just suit lockers. Here's our kitchen. Water closets. Let's put the lighting in here. Damn. Did the C2 not come with the maybe because it's the M2? Let me check. Water closet again. Little food prep. Here's the armory. Maybe because this version came with an armory, that's where they moved it. Can't even pull anything out of. What the hell, man? Okay, well, I guess we will just continue to go on our very way without anywhere to store the items. Yeah, all that's storage or parts. More escape pods. And then up here we get these tiny little itty bitty component accesses. Yeah, alright. Well, that's cool, you know. Alright, did not mean to power her down. Power her up. You saw nothing. Alright. So we're going to do contracts, offers, salvage, Vanguard, freelancer, 100i, or a mole, or a constellation Taurus. Where are they at? Her L2. We'll do that one. Is that her L2? And I can stop by the station and pick up the pick up what's it called? The tractor beam attachment. If we get to hurl to before this rear door closes, I said this thing takes 30 seconds to close. Nope, it's nice and closed now. Yep, you know, you gotta use the C2 for what it was built for. Planet Earth is new, and yeah. Yeah, so you just gotta use it for what it's built for. You know what I mean? I'm gonna come over here to Faithful Dream Station and what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, a new objective to locate it, but I don't want to do that. Not yet, anyway. I want to get the tractor beam attachment prior. Did I not?
Thank you, and please visit again.
There we are. Right here on the outside. Go ahead and put the landing gear down.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
But yeah, no, my main goal for this ship is just to be it's a large mining / salvaging platform. So, slide down the railing here. No, goodness gracious, would you stop? You know, I thought ladder V2 was supposed to fix that issue. All right. Is a beautiful, majestic ship, though. If there's anybody watching, just gonna let you guys know, you know, please leave a like, comment. I'm always gonna respond to comments. And if you have the kindness in your heart to donate with one of my links down below, I will be happy, because I will be currently right now I am personally making a movie, no, not a movie, like a little TV series inside of Star Citizen, called the Loreville. That's what that budget down there in the lower left-hand corner is for. It is not for a editing. Well, kind of is, but kind of not for a laptop that I can use on the move to continue editing, and that has more power than my tablet. To edit this series, but a little hint and a little tip: the first trailer for it will be dropping in a couple of days, like Tuesday.
How's it going?
Tuesday, Wednesday time frame. That is when it will be dropping. I don't want to do a rental. I just want the Pyro multi-tool, the tractor beam attachment. Thank you. Alright, now we can go ahead and go salvage this ship. Could you imagine if Star Citizen did deliveries? Like, you order an object from your ship, somebody comes and walks it up and gives it to you. That'd be like hilarious. I don't know, maybe just me, but alright. Oh, before I leave, let me come over here and grab the attachment now. Alright, there we go. I love entering ships like this because it's just like, da-da, big and grand. I don't know why I've been closing the doors manually when I've just been able to close them from the cockpit this entire time. Just have been. Alright. That's a placeholder item. I don't know. I don't know if the M2 just is built to look like it is. Sensors on, headlights on. If it was built. All right, I don't see doors either way.
You are clear to launch.
But if it was built to look more military-esque on the flight deck, but I don't know why, but for some reason, as far as I can remember, the C2 and the A2 do not look this military-esque in the cockpit. So it's kind of, I don't know, it's just interesting to see how militaresque this one looks when I don't remember them looking like that. Anyway,
Thank you.
go ahead and find this ship. Oh, it was only 12 kilometers away. Well, that's good to know. So we'll come down here now and grab it. Go ahead and kind of put the wings out. Now I can see the small little dot there. Oh, look at the sound design on this thing. I never remember the landing gear making that noise. And we're gonna pull it right next to it. Show you the size comparison here. Like, honestly, in main hull area, they're the same. They really are the same in the main hull. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna line up next to it here. All right. We can go ahead and head down and start eating up this Taurus. And for anybody watching, if you're liking the content, if you're liking what you're seeing, please go ahead and leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Helps me out a lot. Nice pilot seat animation to the new salvaging ship. Not my favorite, but it's good. Alright. I'll go ahead and take off here. Put the landing gear up to do this. There we go. Oh wow, this thing darted out of there quick. Alright, here's the salvage claim. So, to go into salvage mode, we're going to hit M on the keyboard here. And as you can see, now we have 2 scraper arms coming out. So now we're going to go ahead and start scraping the hull here. Very focused. Get a little bit closer. The ship allows you to get a little bit closer. All right. Yeah, hull scraping is a calming art. It's not for the people who want the exciting gameplay. It's for the people who just want to kind of sit back, kick back, relax, chat with their community. You know, if they have one, if they're streaming. That's kind of what the hull scraping is for. It's that you don't got to be so serious all the time. Yeah, it's going to take some time, but at the end of the day, you are going to enjoy it, to be perfectly honest with you. I feel like hull scraping can be enjoyed by everybody. Just try to get this thing completely scraped here for materials. As you can see, now we're at 0.3 SCU out of 6. And if we just get a view of this from the outside, this actually looks really cool from the outside. I've never actually like seen it from the outside like this, so it's actually really cool to see. Looks like headlights that just eat. Just gotta be careful not to have a random mouse movement and eat the M2. I don't want to pay for that repair. get back inside here now. The important thing is that they're able to eat away everything. Especially these really thick parts. As you can see, it's just eating through it. Now we're only getting about 20% off the scrapers. Okay. Now, I do own a vulture, so I could do this a lot faster with the vulture. But, oh, goodness gracious, this thing is so fidgety. But the thing is, the vulture is not transportable. This may do it a little bit slower with these new, you know, and the arms are only for this ship. And the vulture may be faster. But the thing is with the vulture is that I can only transport 12 SCU whenever it fits in the little container. With this, I'm able to transport only 6, sure, but I'm also able to put it all into the whole C here, or not the whole C, but put it all into the M2 behind me here. So yeah, we're just gonna keep going. We're getting some pretty good material out of it here. Just trying to eat our way through the ship here. This is some really thick material here. We're getting pretty good eats out of this. So it is slow, that's for sure. But that also is for hull scraping, and hull scraping is slow. If we wanted to do more, I believe so that's our beam spacing here, from close together to far apart. But that's not what I'm trying to figure out to do. Left Alt W. Yeah, so now we're in fracture mode. Something this ship cannot do. The size is just too large. Now, we can't disintegrate because the ship is, again, too large. I wish we could disintegrate. Yeah, I'm not sure how to get it back, though. Not sure how to get it back to this one. This. That goes to the disintegration field. There we go. Alright, beam spacing. Alright, let's just get this thing disintegrated. I bet you from the outside, this front end looks really cool. Oh yeah. That looks really cool. Now, before we continue any farther though, there is something I realized I wanted to do and hadn't yet done. So besides being terrified of that ship because of the sounds it's making, go ahead and grab this. Hey, see that massive thing? Yeah, let's take this with us. Because this equals money. Now it is pretty damaged, so I'm not sure how exactly or how much we'll make out of it, but the point is that it is worth something at the very least. Also, see this gray cat that I put in here? Somebody's going to be wondering why there's a gray cat being chucked out into space, or why there's a gray cat in space, and I'm going to be like, I don't know. It totally was not me who put a gray cat in space. But here we go. Bye bye, gray cat. We. There it goes. Oh man, I wish somebody was watching for that one. But anyway, we're just gonna go ahead and take all the guns off of this thing. It doesn't need them. Another 5.57 repeater, which means it's a size 5 weapon. So we're gonna go ahead and put this back up in here. Now I'll put all these guns over here. Alright. Woohoo, hop out. Okay. Just gonna take all the guns. You know, I know it used to be a really profitable way to make money was just take the ship's guns. I'm not sure how profitable it still is, to be perfectly honest. But I know it used to be profitable. I thought the ship had more guns than just those two. Was I mistaken? Oh no, there's one. Go ahead and take this gun, go stuff it up in here. These guns are badly damaged. However, that is okay. I'm not taking the guns because they're brand new. I'm taking the guns because they're, well, you know, they're not using it anymore, so it's good. Anyway, anybody that's watching, give me a like and subscribe. That'd be amazing. Helps out the channel. But also, you know, how's your day going? Talk to me. I do answer my messages. Okay. I wonder, is there anything in the cargo hold? I know sometimes on these salvages there is. Sometimes there isn't. So, oh, jackpot. Jackpot. Got some iron. That was a steal. That was a major steal right there. Uh-huh. You know, I might leave the salvation, honestly. Might just leave it out there. It's a little slow. I don't like it. Let me get rid of it. Chuck it off into the void of space like I did the other one. What's this? Nitrogen? I'm not sure how much nitrogen sells for. Hopefully it's decent. I'm not sure though, so we'll see. I'm hoping. I'm very hopeful that it's decent. Because I'm basically abandoning the contract. Alright, and boom. Okay. I'll be honest, I didn't think there was going to be anything in this thing, cargo-wise. I just thought it was going to be empty. But look how much cargo this thing was carrying. Feel free to drop a like, leave a chat. I do always answer the messages, so. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and start actually organizing this cargo grid because I have a feeling things are about to get loaded up in here. I mean, just look how big the cargo grid is. This can carry like I think it's 100 or like. If you guys know how much the Constellation carries, leave it in the chat. But I think it's like 153 SCU of cargo. So, yeah. We'll see how much it can carry. Hopefully a lot, because I'm just hopeful like that. Titanium as well. Ooh, man, we are hauling good today. And then we're also in an up-armored Hercules, so not like somebody can really hurt us when it comes to other types of deliveries here. Yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and move all of this back. Oh, too fast. Right there. Just to kind of fit it along that rear cargo. Not rear cargo, but just put all the cargo together. You know what I mean? Alright, perfect. Go ahead and jump away here. Fly away. Okay. More titanium. Is that what most of this cargo load was titanium? Kind of hope so. Anyway. Stick that back there and quickly turn around. Fast turnarounds is what I'm hopeful for. Let's see here. What is this one? It just says placeholder. That gives me confidence on what this thing is, because I have no idea. Just placeholder. Anybody want to look up how much placeholder sells for? Alright, yeah, so we're going to have to pull this one up here to the front. You know, because you got to keep a little bit of the island clear there, so this way you can move through. Okay. So I'm going to take a guess and say that whatever this one is. Oh, that one's big. And oh, yeah. That one's big and heavy. Aluminum as well. Okay. So far, I have not been disappointed as to what is on board this Taurus. This Taurus has left me enjoying. Alright. Since I know that we're going to have another big crate. And I'm hoping that this Pyro Multi-Tool is able to lift it, and I don't gotta sacrifice the big crate. I'm hoping that it's something good. $10? Okay. Also, I know you guys do see that editing laptop thing on screen. It's not a big deal. That's just to help me move along with a little Star Citizen film project that I'm working on called The Loreville. Completely filmed solo. And yeah, I mean, that's all I can say right now, but the first trailer will release on Wednesday. 100% releases on Wednesday, so hope that helps. I don't know. Oh wow, there's more over here than I thought there was. We even have carbon. Even have carbon. That's crazy. This ship came packed, man. Copper? Okay. Copper sells for decent. Not the best, but copper sells for decent. Honestly, if I had to guess, with everything that I've grabbed so far, we're probably sitting on about 13,000, maybe even $14,000 worth. Waste. Get that out of here. Potassium. We can use potassium. So only one thing on board this ship has let me down, and so far that's been waste. But other than that, this ship has not let me down. Yeah, get that out of here. Alright, now time to see if we can undo the big boy here. Heavy. Yeah, I know it's heavy. Oh, man. And it's a big old thing of iron, too. I have an idea. No, I'm gonna sacrifice the big thing of iron there. Unfortunately. But that's okay. I still say we came off with a pretty clean load. Excuse me. I still say we came off with a pretty clean load. And that's what matters, you know? What did we come up with positive here? We got a lot of material, guns, well on our way to being a professional arms dealer out here in Star Citizen. See if got any more good salvage ones that I can maybe be able to get something off of. There's an Ares of Valkyrie. That one may have cargo on board. So we're going to take the risk with the Valkyrie. We're going to go head out there, see what it's got, and yeah. I would say enjoy this travel montage, but you guys are watching this live, and I thank you for that. Oh, what the? I think I might have turned into the ship. Anyway, like I said, you guys are watching this live, so tink. I thank you for watching live. Yeah. But here, enjoy this sweet travel cinematic. Damn, that actually looks sick though. With the hammer, with the C2 going right behind the sun or right in front of the sun, might get an eclipse. Be cool if we did. Like, Oh. Let's see if I can catch this as an eclipse. Ta-da! The M2 eclipse. No, but it's nice. Is this side is big, beautiful, painted, and this side looks like it's trying to hide from the UEE itself. So we're gonna go ahead and just look at this big, beautiful side. If I hit K, oh, it doesn't do anything. Yeah, we're almost to the salvage. All right, and we have arrived, folks. So we're gonna head down here to the Anvil Valkyrie. Oh, it's actually right here. These contracts used to not take you this close to your target. Anyway, is this the side I wanted to be on anyway? No, I wanted to be on this side. Power up the guns. If we even can, yeah, we can. Okay, good. There. That's what I mainly wanted to do right there. Just drop the ramp. And did our gamble pay off? I see cargo. It may only be one thing of cargo, but that's not the point. Who knows? That one SU could be a thing of gold, which sells for $7,000, and we made a $2,000 profit. Never be too quick to judge. That's all I'm going to say. Never be too quick to judge what it could be. My main point of that was just to get to the cargo and see. Alright. It looked like I was so much closer when I was up there on the bridge. Alright. The Valkyrie's a good ship. I honestly, when it comes to an anvil ship, I prefer... Oh, that's a lot more... Oh my goodness. Yeah, looks can be deceiving, ladies and gentlemen. What all do we have on board? What all do we have on board? My goodness. Alright. Maybe I want to go grab the Hercules there. And what is that? I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a rock, but it had the little tag over. I thought it was somebody else's spacecraft. I got so scared. So I'm gonna pull the C2 closer. This way I can get some better cargo transfers. And oh boy. Do I have to restructure my cargo bay? Probably. And I think it's going to start by putting the guns here up front. Just because, like... What's inbound is massive, and we are going to have to restructure the rear cargo bay. So yeah, no. When the Asgard says it can, when the Valkyrie says it can carry 90 SCU of cargo or 96, it said I can actually carry 96. It didn't lie on its resume like some ships Zeus did. So, let me go ahead and open the rear cargo. Yeah, with those guns moved, we open up a lot of space. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and close the front cargo, open the rear cargo, and then turn the ship around and line it up at the rear. I'm just gonna be very careful not to touch the Valkyrie, because if I touch the Valkyrie's gonna spin out of control, and then I'm, on the receiving end of that. So, and I won't be able to get my cargo out. Once again, to the two people that are watching, I thank you. I hope you enjoy my stream. And if you want to see future streams and content, go ahead. Please hit that like and subscribe button. I try not to promote my channel like that too much, but it always helps me directly, especially with a new film project underway, and just having to go ahead and do that. Takes a lot of work, especially when you're filming solo. Alright, let's see here. How can we basically fit this? You know what? That right there is essentially perfect. I'm going to turn off my thrusters so nothing can move me. And yeah. I also noticed, what is this? It just says open. Oh, you know what? That's a unique feature. I like that feature. Did not know that existed. Alright, now I'm just going to head down here. Down here off the main deck. Oh yeah, that right there was pretty alignment. Like, if I'm being honest, that was pretty good alignment. Alright, so first off, we have some nitrogen, which is something that we already do have on board. Alright, we're just going to put that there. Oh, man. So, also a lot of carbon is going to come back on board as well. And potassium. Alright, what's next on the list? Iron. More iron. This thing is just carrying a bag of mixed goods. Alright, and titanium. Oh, titanium sells for a decent amount. Alright, next up on the list is get that out of here. Copper. Copper's next up on the list. 2 SCU of copper. It can just go right down here. More copper, but it's a 1 SCU crate. And I believe we can honestly just stack it around top there. Alright, we have... okay. Aluminum. 2 SCUs. Go ahead and plop this down here on the bottom. And more aluminum. So aluminum seems to be a popular theme here. Pop that up there. 4 SCU of aluminum. Go ahead and pop that down there. Copper 8 SCU. Okay, so see, now's where things get big and heavy, and now we gotta start sticking them in the ship in some interesting ways. So, more aluminum. There's a lot of aluminum on ship, it seems. Seems to be very popular. Not popular, but abundant. Ooh. Yeah, alright, yeah, it had caught in between grav wells right now. Somehow the M2 started lowering its cargo bay. I don't know what pushed it or what, but yeah. We have this one first, which is more aluminum. I don't mind working around what happened. Here's something happened, I'm not sure. But I don't mind working around it. Okay, I'm just gonna smack into the deck here. That could be why we're sitting lower. Ooh, you know what? We're also gonna take the Valkyrie's guns. $16 tons of aluminum. And then a random change of direction here. And alright, there we go. Alright. We're in an ever evolving change of direction. And I am unsure as to why. I might have to go jump back over here into the M2 here and stabilize it. Alright. Another aluminum crate. This time I'm kind of just going to start slinging them down inside the M2 here, as we have both ships drifting apart, and that does not help when it comes to... Nope. Reattach. Yes, there we go. Now, go off inside the ship. Alright, got some tin here. Go off down there. Aluminum. That seems to be the biggest thing that was on board this vessel here. Aluminum. If I can just catch these and kind of throw them out towards my ship, I don't have to worry about it. Here's the last one. Now we can kind of reorganize. Alright. That Valkyrie cargo bay was full, so that was 100% the right call. We are going to make some money off of this, that's all I'm going to say. It may only be about 50 grand, but honestly, I don't really care if it's only 50 grand. And this leaves enough room to go ahead and steal the weapons off the Valkyrie. Because it's got a lot of weapons, and they are valuable. You may not think that a size 4 Rhino repeater is valuable, but somebody out of weapon shops thinks that that a size 4 Rhino repeater is valuable. So go ahead, take the weapons off. And then as for the rest of the ship, honestly, I could care less. A little too far there. There we go. And then it should just be these two off the chin, and then that, I believe, is all the weapons that are mounted here on the Valkyrie. Oh, no, there's the two on the chin and two on the turret there. And then, unlike the Asgard, there is nothing up. Oh, there's more turrets. There's more guns. I feel like I should be aligning now the M2 to be able to accommodate coming to get these. And then I believe in here we got missiles as well, right? Or no, that's its front and rear landing gear. I know the ship does come with missiles. Where they get launched from, that's the question, you know. That's the engine intakes, more intakes. Do they get launched from right here? On these tubes? Or does the Valkyrie do missile racks? I don't remember. If anybody remembers, let me know. I thought they were wing pyloned. If I can't access them, well, that kind of sucks, but understandable. Either way, let's grab the M2 here, which is somewhere towards the back here, right? Where's my ship? Over there. Okay. Because right now this is a long journey, and I don't have I don't have the time to do that journey. So go plop this in front of the Valkyrie and then steal its stuff, and then we'll go off and sell everything, because that's how you make money in Star Citizen. Okay, pull, continue straight through. Alright. Turn the engines back on. And then rotate. And move. Right in front of the Valkyrie here. So this way I can once again throw my stuff into it. This thing's got some pretty good loot. We'll go from broke McGee to decently, has a decent amount of money McGee. That's what we'll go from. All right. Strip these guns away. See, so yeah, these are size 3 repeaters. And wow, they are significantly small. Like compared to the size 5s that are sitting right there, these things are proportionately tiny. I mean, that right there just gives you your comparison. Like that to that. But they're the pilot controlled ones, so that makes sense. Alright, tear these off the ship and stick them in the cargo hold. You know, it's actually really my first time doing this kind of work, so it's kind of nice. These are also size 3s. speaking of first time doing work, it's also my first time making an entire episode to a series solo. Used to doing ship cinematics, so doing something with voice lines and everything, that's actually going to be something new to me. And something that I don't know. So, it'll be a first. Size 3s as well. I am going to check it to see if I can get the armament off of it. Not armament, but the missiles. The missile payload. Because the missile payload is something else that can definitely bring in a bang for the buck. Alright, there we are. And like I said, I don't see the missiles. Cause like all that's attached, so I'm just gonna go ahead and see why that is. We'll enter through the rear ramp because it's already open. Alright. That's the unfortunate thing, though, is that even though the gravity and everything still works and there's still a little bit of power, ultimately here she's dead in the water. Yeah, engines don't come on. Can't even flip her to flight ready, so. Yeah, unfortunate. I was trying to get those missiles. I really wanted those missiles. You know what? Can I grab? Nah. Alright, just one more quick check around the ship for missiles. Because the weapons are expensive. And I'm not seeing them. Yeah, I think they were attached to racks like right here. And they were already all expended. Alright, well. With that being said, I'm actually really happy with the loot that we do have. So I'm going to go ahead and take these over to Everest Harbor. And sell off, well, whatever they want to take from me. Or maybe not Everest Harbor, because we are at Harel 5, so may do whatever's closest. Whether that be ArcCorp or something like that. Anyway. Contracts, abandon, home, no, maps. So with that being said, like I said, go over here to R Corp. No, not R Corp. Goodness gracious. What's closest to her L5 here? What planetary ring are we in? Honestly, we're in nothing. So Hurston is closest, so we're going to go to Hurston. And Saruka, Everest Harbor. Right out to there. And it won't be a long flight. I love watching this from the outside. Pink. Alright. Well, if you guys have any comments, just go ahead, drop them in the comment section. I do answer my messages, so I'm always more than happy to talk to my community, even if you guys are new, or even if you're not. Always ready to talk to my people. And to get more information about the Lorville project, it is a series that's kind of set based off of the RSI, the Orville TV show, but with my own spin on it, and is completely filmed inside Star Citizen. So everything that you guys will see once I start to put it out will be completely filmed in Star Citizen. No editing gimmicks, no CGI, no VFX. Everything is going to be filmed in Star Citizen. Which is a huge undertaking solo, but I'm hoping to get at least the first two episodes out solo, and then maybe potentially get a crew to work with if those first two episodes do somewhat decent. Head back over here to Everest Harbor. Alright. Once we get within 10 kilometers, we'll hit back to SCM mode and start slowing down. Request a hangar.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
There we go. Of course, they gave me the hangar on the other side of the station, but that's fine. Station kind of matches my whole color. Alright, I believe it's this first one right down here. Yep. And we have touchdown.
Landing complete.
A little rough on the touchdown, if I do say so myself. But touchdown is completed, and that's what matters. go ahead and grab this ladder here. And because I'm lazy, I'm just gonna have, oh, I forgot how big that drop is. I'm just gonna put the ship down into storage, go sell the weapons, and then pull the ship back up from storage, and have the AI do the transfer.
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval center. Vehicle has please visited.
Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. And more waiting on an elevator simulator. I'm joking. There we are. It moves pretty fast nowadays. I remember when the elevators used to be slow, though. Like, really slow. Yeah. Alright. Elevators in the cargo center. That is not where we want to go. We do not want to go to the cargo center. We want to go to the shops. Okay. Weapons, ship weapons. That is what first. There's a trade development center, so. Or a trade development center, but there's an admin, so I might be able to sell some things from the M2 up here. Oh, I can. I can sell the aluminum. 5K. There wasn't actually a lot of it. There was not a lot of aluminum, so the fact that I had aluminum that I could sell, that's good. And then there's some iron. Yeah. But they don't want any iron. They wanted aluminum, so we made 5K. So right now we paid back one of the ships, which is already making the trip worth it. Where is ship weapons? That's a bar. This probably leads to nothing. Yeah. So there's an armor store. Food court's that way. And then all I believe that was up here was just the... Oh, there's some stuff down over here. Plutonium Bay. Hey, ship components. And a cassava. So we'll see a ship component. We'll see if there's anything that I can sell off of the... Oh, okay. Can sell my pistol. But there's nothing. It's not pulling up the ship, so nothing on board the ship that is sellable, unfortunately. Cassava, which we don't even need to go to. You know, it'd be kind of cool if we could play these. Anyway, kind of ADHD brained right now, but is that it? Is that all I can do? Didn't even bother to check and be like, oh well, you know, what is all here? I guess so. All right, we'll go ahead and head back. Hangers and habs. And we'll head back. I'll actually, water is running low, so we'll drink some water. You know. Why is my helmet still on? There we go. Grab the pulse here. Yeah, get a swig of that in. Alright. Then we'll go ahead and
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval
pull
system.
up the
Vehicle selected. Stand by.
M2
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
and head down to my hangar. Oh, and then we will head down to Lorville and actually land on the planet's surface. Like it sounds like it's trying to bring up the M2.
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system. Please visit us again. Welcome.
I can guarantee you there is no ship on the pad.
Vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
Maybe I rushed it.
Please visit us again. Goodbye. Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system. Please visit
Let me go back up to the ASOP terminals and try that again. There we go.
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Vehicle selected.
I'm gonna retrieve.
Your vehicle has been please
Now it's been delivered, so we'll try it again. Alright. Head down here. Okay, go ahead and give me a like and a subscribe if you like what I'm doing, you know. I really much appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, you know, definitely, you know, leave a comment. I will answer every single comment. I am going to repeat that, though. That is the one thing I'm going to repeat, is that I will respond to every comment. And, yeah. Go hit the top deck. Could you imagine if you're going to firefight for your life, just like bam, 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 right? This thing is taking its sweet time to come back up. Alright, and we're off the ship. We're not off the ship, we're off the elevator.
You are clear to launch.
Clear to launch. What the? I know I ain't tripping. I'm gonna have to watch the footage back to know what happened there. It was like I lifted off the ground and all of a sudden this thing flew back by me.
Thank you. And please visit again.
Yeah, I got all the footage playing to my right, so I'm gonna watch and see what happened there. Yeah, it doesn't say, it's kind of just like a spark. That's crazy. I wonder if somebody crash landed. Yeah, we're gonna head out over here to Lorville now. .192 kilometers away. Do a quick quantum travel out there. Alright. And at 25 kilometers from Lorville, we're going to go ahead and take control and essentially just do a free fall into Lorville. Cause I'm free falling. Now, honestly, not too sure which one's faster, a free fall into Lorville or like a controlled descent. Either way, where's everybody at? Where's Tessa Spaceport? There's a lot of valuable stuff on board this vessel, and I don't really want to lose it. Alright, there's Tessa Spaceport. You know, I just had to make people freak out. The ship fell through the atmosphere. I see trees of green, red roses too. Not here, you don't. There are no trees of green over here. Or red roses. So you don't see them bloom for me and you. Microtech, that's a different story. For me and you, and I think to myself, alright. How am I going to land this beast? That's what I think to myself. This is what I wish I was one of those people that does rating landings videos. This would have been the perfect time for that kind of video.
Landing complete.
Have a pleasant stay. If I wanted a pleasant stay on Lorville, I would. Yeah, if I wanted a pleasant stay, I would not be doing it in Lorville. I'd be in orbit in my Perseus. That's where my pleasant stay would be. Don't flatter yourself. Whee! Oh, just a little bit of pain. That is ketchup on my visor, by the way, YouTube. It's ketchup. That's what it is. My guy just really liked ketchup on everything. Alright, we're going to go ahead and continue over here. Hit the trains out to the shopping complex and then sell everything inside of this big old bird. Tessa Spaceport, because right now I'm kind of broke at $34,000. I think the most money I've ever had in Star Citizen was $3 million. And I lost most of it in a 30K. Yeah. $8 million worth of gold in my cargo hold. Lost to a 30K. I was so angry. Look at all these people taking a nap. I wish they wouldn't though, because it hurts the server. CIG, I want to clean that up. Metro spinner, spaceport line. I think it's the commercial line I need to take. Metro Center. Yeah, I want to say it's this one. Alright, we can go ahead, hop in here, you know. Take a seat. Take a seat with our backpack clipping through. I see trees of green and red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. Except I'm on Hurston and the top of this glass looks dirty. What? I have never noticed that glass being dirty before, to be honest. Thought it was typically like a screen or something. That's crazy that they put a dirty texture on there. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Mr. Hurston himself. Look at him standing tall up there. Yo, who just said hi to me? Alright. Yes, here we are. Look at those guns. Guns and more guns. So I believe this one? I'll be honest with you, I haven't been on, like, landed in Hurston now for a long time. So, I kind of forget. I do see it's a screen over here. Hurston Dynamics. Cell. Huh. Because it's not showing the ship. Like, I figured it would show. That is a massive gun. Ah, man, if I can't sell these guns, it's gonna suck. I can't. I'm about to unload them manually, but I'm not gonna do that tonight, everybody. Just not tonight. So if I had to guess, then I would say that the admin hall is on the other side over here. Now, for how dirty that train was, this is a very clean building. Respect. Private trading suite. Oh. Oh, I got so scared for a second. It's just got to connect to the to the in-game server. You know what I mean? There's the Star Lifter. All right, we can sell all of our titanium. Just go max. Sell all of it for 6K. That is amazing. That right there pays off both ships. We were only at what, 28% cargo capacity with 151 SCU on board. I'm gonna leave this machine and maybe just kind of slide down because I think that one's just broken. I guess they're all kind of slow. I'm not sure why they're all slow, but they're all slow. All right. Let's actually start from the bottom. We have a lot of iron. So to sell all iron is 7K. Let that process the order. Accept. And then we have... Oh, I thought I told it to do it all. So, yeah. Cargo auto load. Confirm. Failed. Okay. I guess because the titanium is pending transfer. What if I just did one? I guess I can't. But we can see how much we would make. So 5K here, 2K there. So we're looking at about 8K because it wasn't exactly 5K. 7K on top of that. So now we're looking at about 15K. Potassium, $200. We're not going to include that. 13K from the nitrogen. So right now we're looking at 30,000. 35, 34. So we're looking at about $40,000 in profit. About $50,000 total from collecting all that, and we only spent about 10K. So yeah, but if you guys want to see more Star Citizen lives like this, Star Citizen videos from me, please love my channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. And thank you guys for watching. I really do. I sincerely mean that. Dawn Games.